Are you worried that you are mispronouncing common English words? In this video, I'll teach you some very common words that many of my students get wrong. Then I'll teach you a strategy that you can use to help you know how to pronounce any English word clearly. So these 5 words have come from my own students in Pronunciation Pro. We meet together regularly and we practice together. I give feedback and I hear these words over and over and over again. We're correcting these words over and over and over again. So I want to make sure that you're getting these correctly. With all of these words, we have to keep in mind it's not how it's spelled, it's how it sounds. So we have to really get rid of the spelling and really think about how does this word sounds. So many of these words are common words and native English speakers have reduced them. So for example, the word said. It should be pronounced said because of the spelling, and most of my students will say it this way, but native speakers will pronounce it as said. He said he'll be there. He said he'll be there. The next one is says. He says he'll be there. He says he'll be there. Not says, but says. Okay, another one is again. I hear it commonly pronounced again, but it's not again, it's again. That vowel has been reduced from the A to the E. So again, again. Now these next 2 words are words that we're working on consistently with my students because of this combination of the R and the L. Okay, these 2 words have the R sound and the L sound right next to each other. So let's break these down for you. So the first is wer-uld. Wer-uld. So we're gonna break this word into the 2 different syllables, wer and old. Wer-uld. So wer, we have to get that R in the back of the throat. Wer, wer. So pull that tongue strong for that R. Wer. And then on the second syllable, we're gonna drop it down to the dark L. Ol, ol, wer-uld, wer-uld. Okay, so break it down into those 3 different sounds. Wer-uld, wer-uld. So as you break it down, then you can start bringing it together. So wer-ul, wer-ul, and then old, old. Okay, it sounds like, kind of sounds like old, old, old. And then once you have those broken up, you can bring it all together. World, world. So if you don't get that dark L in there, it's gonna sound like word, word. So you want wer-uld, okay? Drop it into that dark L. So give that a try, practice it. If it's not coming right away, that's okay. You just need a lot of repetition. The next one is ger-ul. Same idea. We have ger, and then we have ul. Drop into that dark L. Ger-ul, ger-ul. Okay? So when you drop into that dark L, you're gonna get that quality, and don't drop off the dark L. You don't want to just be saying ger. You have to get ger-ul, ger-ul. All right, so those are 5 commonly mispronounced words. Said, says, again, wer-uld, ger-ul. So let me teach you a strategy that I teach my students because I'm not always going to be there to be able to break words apart. You may come across a word, we call these problem words in my program. You come across a problem word where you're like, I don't know how to pronounce this. My mouth is getting all jumbled. You know, how do I break this down? So here's how you do it. First of all, you have to break the word into syllables. If you're not sure where the syllables are, go to dictionary.com and you can see them broken down into different sections or syllables. Okay, so once you kind of see the different syllables, then we're gonna break it down of just like, okay, what are the sounds in each syllable? So for example, document. Okay, it's a 3-syllable word. We have doc, you, ment. And again, it's not how it's spelled, it's how it sounds. So we really have to just think, okay, how is this being pronounced? Again, at dictionary.com, they'll break that down for you, and you can either do the IPA or just a regular spelled version so that you can kind of see how it's pronounced phonetically. So document is doc-u-ment. Now, we broke it down into syllables, and now we have to pronounce each syllable separately. Doc-u-ment. Make sure you can do each one separate, and then we're going to start bringing it together. Doc-u. Doc-u. So link those together. Or maybe it's you-ment. You-ment. Maybe that part is where you're struggling. Okay? Document, and then bring it all together. Another thing to pay attention to is the word stress. Where is it stressed or emphasized? So you'll usually see a little dash mark next to the stressed syllable. So in document, it's first syllable stress. Document. Okay? So let's do this again with a new word. Reputation. Rep-u-ta-tion. Rep-u-ta-tion. Third syllable stress here. So te is going to get the stress. Reputation. Okay, and you'll notice with document and reputation, we have what's called the invisible Y in here. So that's why you're getting that U. U. All right, let's do a new word. Economics. E-ca-na-mix. E-ca-na-mix. So make sure that you can say each one of those syllables separately, that you're getting your mouth in the right position, you're getting the vowels correct. E-ca-na-mix. And if there's a combination there that's hard for you, break that down until you can smoothly connect those syllables and then bring it all together. Economics. Economics. So use that strategy. You break it down into syllables. You identify where the word stress is. You really listen to how it sounds, not just how it's spelled, and then bring them all together. Once you have worked on them separately, then bring those all together. So what I'm doing here is I want you to have tools that you can use and take into your daily life. So I always recommend my students to read out loud for 2 minutes every day. So as you're doing this daily practice, and you're strengthening your skills in American English, and you come across these words that your mouth just does not want to move through, take a minute, break down that word, get clear on how it's supposed to be pronounced, really train the mouth to move fluidly through that word, and then go back through and read it again and again and again. That repetition is how you're retraining your mouth to move in these new ways so that you can be clearly understood. And with this practice and this repetition, you're going to build incredible confidence in the way you speak English. It's not a quick and easy process, but as you do these small steps every day, you're going to improve your spoken English and build that confidence to be able to speak freely wherever you go. So if you're ready for the next challenge in your English pronunciation, stay tuned for the next video of how to pronounce tongue twisters in American English.